Okay, so this is what I know. Forehead and Speedy are starting a crew called like the Goon Squad, I guess is what they're calling them. And they're pretty much like recruiting random people who aren't in gangs.
Yeah.
And there's one day, the reason I know about this is there's a day where I was with Hydra, we were doing like bike races for fun, just Hydra.
Mm.
And Nico wanted to go to Shrugway to get food. And as soon as he pulled up to Shrugway, some people started holding him up, trying to rob him.
Is that why Nico was talking shit about Shrugway? We were talking about this earlier.
Maybe, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'll fix it. I'll fix it.
I want to
So,
see solo
yeah,
fast
he got
mode.
held up.
Girl, we're 500 away. I don't know about the
And then
solo
across
fast
the
mode.
road, it was
Maybe, though,
Forehead
who
and
knows?
Speedy. And
We
I
got
was
some
already
time
like
ahead of
sus
us.
of it. Because the way Forehead is, if he sees like a shootout, bro, he's just an idiot. He'll go up to it and he'll start talking shit to anybody.
Mm.
But when we smoked those people, he stayed at the gas station in the car with Speedy. They weren't even getting close. So I went up to them. I was like, yo, what's going on? What are you guys doing? And then they're like, they said hella spooked and scary. Like, they're like, nothing. And I'm like, you know these guys? They're like, no. I'm like, okay, cool, dude.
Little sussy.
Yeah. And then the people that we smoked, they went to the hospital. And then we found out Speedy and Forehead picked them up.
Really?
So we pretty much knew they were involved. And then later that day, Speedy calls me and explains to me how, like, they're starting this goon school. And they didn't mean to rob, and they're like, I don't want them to be robbing people who are in gangs. I want them to rob like civilians and people who aren't in gangs, I guess.
Oh.
So that's all right, whatever, cool. And then a few days later passes, and then Mary tells me that she's having issue with GG because apparently, like, she had a bunch of yokai signs in front of her house, and apparently they parachuted down to her house, and I think they shot her down, and they also like wiped her sprays.
What? Wait, why?
I don't know why, but then I guess the problem ends up being that she said that like for her it was kind of like over with. I guess like she doesn't obviously like she's alone. She doesn't really have a gang. She didn't want to mess with them, but apparently they called her back later or like the next day, and they said, "I'm looking for you. I'm gonna kill you."
Oh.
So she wants to pay Hydra to deal with it.
Oh, how much money?
I don't know. She's rich as fuck, so we're gonna ask for a couple milli.
I'm not gonna tell you how much money she got, but she's rich, girl. She
Oh, trust me, I know.
You don't gotta tell me.
Hey.
You guys have to change before I.
I want to talk about the talk we had a few days ago.
Yeah.
Is that still a problem?
It might be, possibly.
Have they done anything or called you anything?
No, but now that we have these shiny new targets on our back, I'm worried that people are going to start pressing us for them, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, listen,
Yeah.
you know, as much as I love to,
Divine, thanks so much to the
myself
tier
and,
1. I appreciate you
ego, I know
bunches.
at the end of the day that,
to the tier 1.
you know, if a
so
gang or
much.
if people wanted to rob us for these things,
You guys are too sweet.
it would take some, it'd be a little bit difficult for me to, you know, to keep them safe or get them back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true, actually.
You know, and
especially gangs like GG.
Yeah, especially gangs like GG. And, you know, it seems like, you know, for now, the beef between us all has been mostly squashed, or at least it's going to be ignored for now. But if they decide to do something after they see these, it'll probably be back on.
Okay. Well, it's been 3 months since we were last at war with GG, and we go to war with them about every 3 to 4 months. So honestly, it could be like a 2-for-1. You know, we could get a good reason to smoke them again, and you know, we'll also tell them to not fuck with you in the future. I talked to most of my members, and honestly, like most people would be down to smoke them if we have to.
I got you. Well, to be honest with you, if they do one more thing, that I definitely want to do that, and I think it would be good. But they kind of seems to have backed off for now. After they had some talks with NBC and stuff, they agreed to pull their members out of the goon school that was fucking with me. And they said they'd leave me alone.
Thanks for giving it to, and I appreciate you bunches. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, the way Speedy and Void are teaching them, they're probably eventually gonna fuck with someone in yokai, to be honest.
They are, and I feel like the next time that happens, you know, like I said, we're not really a gang, so we can't do anything about it. And I'd be more than happy to pay you guys for protection, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be honest, the only thing mostly really want is just paying for the guns, which are expensive nowadays. But
Yeah, we can do that. It's not a problem at all. I mean, we
yeah,
can
I
source
mean,
them, really.
I
We
mean,
just give them to you.
I can get them for cheap.
Oh, that's it, yeah. Okay.
But yeah, yeah, I talked to Speeding Forehead. One of the first days there became a thing, and he told me they're picking up recruiting random people, and they're pretty much teaching them how to be in gangs, I guess, or something like that. I didn't really understand like the full message,
Oh, there you
but
are, Slightly.
I guess the goal is for them to go sit there and rob people and
Yeah.
teach them how to be criminals, and but they don't want to rob anyone in gangs, so they're going to be going for civs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I get that. And that's part of the problem is we have some civs and yokai, and we've already kind of got a little target painted on our back, you know.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's probably gonna. They say it's not gonna happen, but I just feel like, you know, I just see it happening. You know what I mean? Like it's just
I
it's
mean,
one of
they're
those
the
things
most reckless
where
gang, to be honest. They don't really
yeah,
respect anybody.
yeah, exactly. They don't really respect anyone. I mean, like what could I really do besides like banning them from the tuner shop? What's that gonna do? They can't put some cosmetics on their cars like they give a fuck, you know?
Imagine we
Yeah.
hit the sibling
You
goal.
know
I'm
what I mean?
crying.
So listen, if they do anything else, then I think if you're willing to do that, that's the move I'd like to go for it.
Yeah, just let me know if anything else happens.
I can't tell if I want things to happen or not. Part of me doesn't want them to happen. Part of me does. I'm kind of torn on
Well,
that issue, you know.
as much as I'd be down for it, it's probably better for it not to happen, to be honest.
I agree. I agree 100%. If people do start lifting these off, you know, could we enlist your help to get them back if we're struggling on our own? We could pay for it, you know. Is
All right.
that something you guys would be down to do?
Yeah, honestly,